Caulkins. When I came up, I think 9 years I've been here, he was staple. But he's been transferred, moved out, took a job, South Texas. So y'all welcome David Caulkins. He'll be giving a speech on Bovine Science. The time of the speech is going to be 4 to 6 minutes. Wonderful, David Caulkins.
I was a member of this club for 8 or 9 years, and that chandelier has always been low. A little bit of backstory. I'm a Louisiana native, and my wife is from the Dallas, Texas area, and I've moved with my career. We ended up in Wilmington, North Carolina in 1998. We are city slickers by birth, and we moved to rural Texas in 2010, and in 2013 we bought a small parcel of land out in very rural Texas with a mailbox address in Smiley, Texas. We bought 25 acres. My background is an accountant, and so there was an opportunity to reduce our property taxes by almost 70% if we had an agricultural exemption. And so we wanted to do something with the land. We weren't sure, and lo and behold, we got, through my work, a public affairs officer came to me and said, David, I know you're trying to figure out what to do with your land. At the zoo, they have a registered longhorn that they need to get rid of. And wondered if you would be interested. Well, my wife being a Texan in Texas, having a huge association with longhorn cattle, with the mascot of the University of Texas being Bevo the cow, I don't know which iteration is today. We picked up Victoria, the hand-raised, hand-fed cow. Her story was that her mom died at her birth, and she was a bottle baby, and she outgrew her confines at the zoo, and she was being a bully to the emu. Who knew? So we picked up Victoria as our first longhorn, and we were officially in the longhorn business. 2 city slickers trying to figure it out. Well, Victoria was great. Victoria was a 600-pound dog with horns, because Victoria didn't act like a cow, and to this day, Victoria is our veterinarian's worst enemy, because Victoria doesn't act like a cow. She doesn't do what she's supposed to, and she just absolutely vexes our veterinarian. Currently, our herd, we have 22 cows, predominantly all registered longhorns, and we've learned a lot of lessons and things that you wouldn't think about unless you raised cows. Female cows are a lot like human women. They gestate every 10 months. I mean, they cycle every month, and when they're pregnant, it takes them 10 months to produce the baby calf. And so it's a 10-month gestation. In the cattle raising business, it's all about having females and having females that are pregnant. And so that is the goal. What does that mean? If you're born a male cow, it's not a good thing. Because your prospects are very, very minimal. And your prospects are, you're neutered, and you become a steer, and you can hope for as a longhorn that somebody will buy you as yard art, that you'll be the one cow on somebody's land and they own a longhorn. And that's what I tell my wife every time we sell a steer. It's going to be somebody's yard art. But if it's not yard art, it probably ends up going through the beef chain. You keep the females and you breed the females. So some of the lessons that we've learned, we've heard horror stories. And male cows are like male men. They're very hard-headed and they're very focused. And they are after females. And we rented 2 bulls, and we bought our first bull at Houston. And Houston kept getting out and visiting the neighbor women. And the neighbor women were not longhorns. They're a larger breed. And so the neighbor rancher was not happy with Houston dating his girls. So at some point, the rancher could legally and just dispose of Houston. Finally, we caught Houston, and we got rid of Houston. So The one interesting thing is that Longhorns have horns, and so it's systemic with the breed. It's females have it, males have it, and they grow their whole life. Some people mistakenly think only bulls have horns. Different breeds, some cattle breeds don't have horns at all. Longhorns do have horns, and both the males and females have them. And so it's rather intimidating in the winter when you feed them, because their horns are clacking and they're swinging the horns, and it is a defense mechanism. It's not a defense mechanism with us, but you just have to be very aware of those swinging spears, particularly when they're excited about getting fed. Another thing is, I've already been asked since we've been down here in Wilmington, who's taking care of your cows while you're in Wilmington? Well, that's the cool part about cows. You don't have to take care of them. As long as they have water and they have forage right now, they're on pasture, and we bought more land to support our more cows. We have almost 60 acres. And they just eat grass all day, and we have a couple ponds, and they drink water. And there's really nothing to do with them other than periodically pick up the younger cows and sell them or bring in a different bull. So we've learned a lot of lessons. We've had a young heifer die on us, and it was probably a rattlesnake bite, a hazard of South Texas, and we really enjoyed it. My wife has horses and we have cows, and all of our friends are amazed. And you're all invited to Smiley, Texas. We have a small Airbnb out there. It is a very rural place. The highest compliment that we've received is somebody not from Texas said that our land looks like another planet. I like that.